Hello, everyone. You're right. How we doing? We're back. The SubPar Poddy C officially,
Unofficially,
the best podcast on the internet. Is bloody back, which is it's something. It's a different year. I'm in a different place.
You got a dog?
I've had a dog for
Or a really
the whole
big cat?
time. I've actually got a cat, but she's downstairs. Lots of life updates across the board. I'm in a new place. Cole, you're in the same place, but more roof than previously.
Yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. I mean, it's been an absolute fucking nightmare with builders and architects and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fine. I've got a house that I live in this room. Look at this, glorious. I've got behind me, actually, Ipswich Town got promoted to the Premier League.
They did!
Relegated again now, but we got promoted. Yeah, back the 100 mil. Go again.
Bank, that's a lot of mils.
That is a lot of mils.
They started off the season with 1 mil, and now they end it with 100.
There probably are 100 people called a mil who are now fans of Ipswich that won. I wonder if that's true.
Now, there are probably 100, now there's like 40.
I think
they've lost 60% of their Emil fan base.
It's like when you get like a big stream or a big YouTube video, it goes up and then it trickles. It's going to trickle.
It's a trickle.
Yeah,
You'll get a bump
raid
every now and then, but yeah, there might be a raid in there. Yes, it has been. So the last episode was on, this is so long ago,
Go on.
June 21st, 2023.
That's too long
quite
ago.
a while.
I'm thinking that was the year COVID happened, wasn't it? If I recall, I'm starting to get mixed up with all my years. 2023 sounds like a COVID year.
Disgustingly, it was actually 3 years post-COVID, post the vid, which is a shame.
Post our last vid on YouTube.
Post our last vid. That was pre RLCS Spring Major. Literally, Zen hadn't won anything at this point in the RLCS. He'd competed for one split. Yeah.
So that was the bracket reset.
That was the bracket reset.
And
moment.
that is when, after that happened, you said to me, Cole, I'm so embarrassed that I said bracket reset. I'm never doing a Poddy C again. And now here you are.
I was mortified. I've now got over it. Because I feel like now is the time, 16th of April, 2025, almost 2 years. The program that we used to host our podcast did say, it's been almost 2 years since your last episode.
Oh, that's sad.
And I was like, cheers, program. You just told us that we've still been paying to host it. So thank you for that, guys. That's lovely.
But I do think we still have a Patreon that, 2 people forgot to unsubscribe from. So it sort of balances out. You paid for the Buzzsprout. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, we love it, yeah. But what they've done, Cole, is weirdly, people have still been downloading, which I find so odd. Why the fuck does anybody care about previous episodes from, 2 to 5 years ago? It's not the one. There's been 60 downloads in the last 30 days. That's so peculiar to me.
Couple of options. One, bots. And it is just the trawler bots.
Fuck, I didn't even think
of bots. Sorry, mate. No, I'm sorry about that. Do you know what? No, I'll scratch that. I'll delete that from the edit. One option. Option one is that people just like listening back to old times. Maybe people are catching up. They discovered the SubPar Poddy C late. They heard episode 1 that got 20,000 views. Episode 2 that got 10,000 views. You thought never do that again. It's just still in our heads one of our biggest regrets.
Yeah, fuck that right off. Probably not worth it to carry on with only 10,000.
Podcast is so long. It's fine.
Is what it is. Is what it bloody is. There's been a lot of things that are happening. Cole, do you want to kick off with any RLCS chat at all? Yeah.
So for basically what we're going to do for these podcasts, guys, is we're going to touch on Rocket. We're going to touch on the RLCS, but it's mainly, especially when we have guests, about them, about what they do for fun, etc. As we'll get on to later. So yeah, we'll start off as we always will with the RLCS and Rocket League chat. So Justin and Rattles are swapped.
Lovely. Great. Good news. All right, on to Rocket League. That's nice. That goes from Gen G to Shopify. Happy days. Rocket League, Cole, weirdly, and I don't want to say that this is one of the signs of the apocalypse. We are both currently...
It is weird.
At least for me, I know this is definitely true. I am the highest ranked I have ever been in Rocket League in any playlist, and I achieved that yesterday. That is mental.
If this wasn't very milky, meal replacement shake, I would say,
Fuel.
What rank are you now?
Fuel.
What rank are you now? No, I mean, because of what it is, people don't know what it is. So what rank are you now, something?
Grand Champ 2.
But I'm not putting milky Europe and watery monkey hole.
Really horrible to listen to with you having it half sort of floating on your tongue.
It would smell bad as well if I were to spit everywhere. This room already smells bad enough, so yeah, I won't do that. But yeah, Grand Champ 2, Stumpy Goblin. Congratulations, round of applause for Stumpets, Goblets, and everyone in chat. No one's in chat, everyone in comments.
And I'm Grand Champ 2. And also, not just Grand Champ 2, Grand Champ 2 Div 2, by the way. There's currently on screen, for any of the audio listeners, a graph that looks fucking shambolic, where I was heard about in Champ 1 for ages by the looks of things, had a little peek into Champ 2, and then low Champ 2, then had a little peek into Champ 3, and then low champ 3. And then it has been almost a perfect like spike directly up, a little dip in the middle, but almost a perfect
That's when you
spike
played with me,
straight up
that
in
drop,
champ 2.
is when you played with me about 4 days ago, and I wasn't stropping, but I wasn't quite vibing with the 2s.
Wasn't the one.
And then you gave me 20 minutes of 3s at the end, and I was happy. Like, we lost a few 3s games, I was pleased. But part of that spike was with me, where you very kindly talked me through it. We figured something. I was watching some the next rank on YouTube, where Johnnybois and AppJack, use code SubPar, they made a video about how to defend in 2v2, saying that if you are the last man, if you're the first man, challenge the ball. The main thing to do, don't get faked. If you get faked, then your second man is going, where do I go? Suddenly 360 degrees is open to your opponent if you get faked. As long as you don't get faked, you're forcing them up, you're forcing them down. You're not meant to force them, you're meant to force them high. So once you do that, your defender should cover you. And I basically had that in my mind, and then I got more natural as it went on, as I got used to playing with you, etc. through that. But that was the main focus that I had. And then you're such a natural 2s player. You always have been.
Don't know why. But then equally, Cole, on literally the other side of things, you then went literally the next day, or sorry, the same day rather.
Was it April 16th?
That evening.
No, it was the next day. It was the next day. Because you hit your thing there.
You tweeted 8 minutes into the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. You were playing at midnight.
It was the 16th.
Yeah, you're playing at midnight, and you got also Grand Champ 2. That's your first time in your life as well, you got Grand Champ 2.
So I've been this number, so I know the numbers more than the divisions. So normally I go, I'm 1600, I'm 1200, whatever, do you know what I mean? As opposed to I'm Champ 2 or I'm Grand Champ 4 or whatever the hell it works out as, right? Yeah. But yeah, so I believe that since SSL Grand Champ 2 et al. Came in, I've not been this high. Which is sad, because I did once, many years ago, get like 1850, just on a crazy...
That's mad.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how. I remember playing with, shout out D-Mox and Lady Penelope, playing with those guys. We just went on a monster run. But I wasn't that good. Whereas now I feel that in 2s, you are that good, and in 3s, I feel that good.
Nice.
Which is incredible.
What a place to be.
And we don't just want to advertise the next rank, but my goodness.
Use code SubPar.
Use code SubPar. Because Johnny, I got it. So Johnny and Jack very kindly provided us with a code to sort of check it out so we could use it on our streams and encourage people to get it and use code SubPar, etc., etc. And I obviously thought, I've learned air roll over the last year. I'll go to advanced.
So let me tell you this. So Johnny and the team over at the next rank, they can look and see what each individual user has clicked on, so they then get an idea. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So Johnny told me this during the major. So they can have a look and see like what people like. I think it's so they get a general overview of okay, this person is champ 1 and they went and did this one, and then they've gone back, or they thought that was too easy, now they've gone forward. Just so they can look at the analytics of it.
Okay.
So Johnny said that he looked at mine, yours, and Shogun's journeys on the next rank.
I bet Shogun is the building block.
So right, what happened was they looked at my profile. Do you know what I did? Clicked on fast launch aerial, got halfway through the video, didn't go back on it, and I've gone up by 400 points, right? So that's all I've learned. I've learned how to fast launch aerial.
It makes such a big difference.
Yeah, they know that, and they've just seen it. They're halfway through one video. I think it's like one of the first videos they've got on there as well, so like the proper basics.
Yeah.
But it's been 9 years, and I've now finally learned it, right? And it's been very good, very quick, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Maybe a lot more confident in my play. They looked at Shogun's. Shogun started off with the lowest things that are on there as well, looking at, obviously he knows fast launch aerial, but then looking at like a couple of just basic sidewall reads, how to do a double tap, like little bits like that, right? Nothing like flip resets, nothing like trying to go for these dunk aerial challenges towards the net, nothing trying to, trying to like double fit your opponents, all that stuff, that waits for later. Johnny then said that he looked at Cool Goal's profile and he immediately skips up to Zen Touch. And he then skips straight up to, how is it that I get a double flip reset?
Look,
Instead of just looking at all the basic shit to actually rank up, you went straight to the flare.
I like to dip. You know, it's like I'm what's those meals where you try a little bit of that, I try a little bit
buffet.
of that. Yeah, I guess it is like a buffet. Yeah, I like to dip into the buffet and go, today I fancy working on ceiling reads, and then I'll go and I'll watch a bit of ceiling read. And I'll be like, I've not quite nailed that. Oh well, time to try out. So the one I have, what they will be able to see is that I keep coming back to pre-flip to air dribble. I've clicked on that video about 10 times, and I get a bit closer.
That's what I mean. Like you're going pre-flip to air dribble when then there's like lots of basics then to look at.
So the whole time that I was doing that, I had been told to call, you need to go on to the basics. I've had 5 SSLs at now 200 times more. I was like, fuck off, Johnny, you dickhead. But annoyingly, I did look at, I thought, screw it, I'll go to the very basics. I went on, I think it was just like aerials, just your base. He was teaching people to lean back, hit the ball. And the mechanic that has made me better than any other mechanic, and it's something that I see pros, you know those things that you see people do but you don't really think about doing it yourself, even though if you really thought about it you would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing that Jack said is at the top of the aerial, lean forward so your whole car is hitting through rather than like at an angle, right? So if the ball's here, you're sort of going into it like a pool cue swipes through a ball. And I've started leaning forward or leaning backwards at the end of a backwards aerial, and it's amazing. You can feather your boost, you lean at the end and the ball goes meow. So suddenly I can float to the ball in control and get power on it. And funnily enough, if you lean, you get less recoil. So suddenly I'm zipping about zipping about the bitch.
Oh, Christ. That's fucking aggressive.
I'm glad that didn't happen in the air. I'll say yes, because that was a genuine mistake.
God.
Suddenly I'm
going to zip about the bitch after this. Fuck you, Johnny. I'm out of here.
Suddenly I'm zipping about the pitch. And the ball is sticking to me.
And if you said that in the RLCRs, it's like at the most recent one, we were very lucky to do the grand final. If you then said Vatiras zipping about the bitch, I could not have kept a straight face. Like that is outrageous. Well, thankfully Jack didn't say that, but Jack and Johnny have given very good tips. So yeah, thanks Rank. It's just been very, very good. We'll stop wanking them off now. But they were great, and Cole, we have done very, very well to get where we are. So
well done us.
I'm also wondering, because whenever I've posted like any clips on Twitter, people have been like, fuck you old prick, like, why didn't you do this sooner?
They're weirdly old-hating of you, aren't they? Rather than, like, there's an age, I saw a graph that was like, things that are cool and then not cool at your age, and it had like, celebrating your birthday, where it's really cool up to 15, then it stops being cool until you're 40, but then 50 it's quite, impressive, 60, 70, and suddenly at 100 it's cool again, do you know what I mean? There were loads of those things in a chart, it was quite interesting. I feel like Rocket League mechs and improvement do a similar thing where, this kid is 12 and he's awesome. This kid is 20, he's SSL. Well, yeah, obviously he's 20.
Obviously. But
this
it's like, brother,
ancient man is 32 and he is Grand Champ 3. You go, oh, that's really good. If you were 40, they go, bloody hell, well done. Well done, Grandad.
Exactly. I want that. But I posted like my first proper little flip reset. Very basic, but I was still very proud of it. The amount of comments of people literally just saying like, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, what are you doing? What, you're 30, you've only just hit one. And like I'm like 5,100 hours in or something.
Yeah, but fuck off.
And like, you've only just hit one. I'm like, ultimately, fuck off.
Because what they're forgetting,
care what you've done. It's great that you have. And the people are saying like, oh, I'm 15 with 1,200 hours and I'm SSL. I'm like, that's amazing. I love that for you. That's really cool. But fuck off. It's not that deep that almost, over half of my hours, I'm sure, well, maybe about half my hours are commentating. It's not about actually being in the game. I've never really do training packs. I just normally cut about on stream. I don't play a huge amount off stream. Like, it's just playing casually, right? But I only ever play ranked. So I think that's where the biggest change comes in, where all these kids, they also know how to do everything already.
It exists.
Like, yeah, it all exists.
It's like the 4-minute mile,
there's all
right?
tutorials. Yeah, they all know. They all know that these things are possible. They see the pros
Everest.
doing it. Yeah, and they know that it's now possible. Yeah, once someone climbed Everest, there was an influx of people. They're like, oh, fuck, what? People can do that. That's the same when Squishy Muffins was hitting flip resets. That was season 6.
I mean, everyone listening to this right now, they're going to be thinking, wow, I can hit Grand Champ 2 in 2v2, because if the Gobbert can...
If me can, you can. Right?
If me can, you are.
If me can, you are. So yeah, but people are sour, but I'm still very happy and I'm proud of us. All right, that's the ultimate thing. Cole.
Yes.
Poddy C.
That's that thing that we are doing now.
Why now?
So we think there's a bit of a gap in the market, really, where there's all these sort of like we'll say mid podcasts that exist. Your Chalks, your First Touches, them. And they're very RLCS-y. They're like, oh, let's talk for 2 hours about the fact that Rettles and the other one who swapped, Justin, that's his name, have swapped. Is that a good trade? Who's got better fucking flip resets? I was like, honestly, I'm not in the scrims. I don't know. I won't know till they play.
There's a market for it. There's a market for that.
Right. I listen to them. I enjoy them. Yeah, exactly. I don't have anything against those. I'm very much like
You've
those
never been
podcasts.
on First Touch, though, so sorry.
I think I have.
I don't think you have.
Does the pre-show count?
No.
What, so being there in person around a desk with 40,000 people watching doesn't count, but sitting in your little office on your phone going, I think that...
Why am I on my phone? Why aren't I on this setup? Why am I FaceTiming first touch?
You're driving, you're going over red lights, going, I just crossed a red light.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Go on.
I have been on first touch, but only at RLCS majors and lands, I believe. But I've not been, not been asked anymore.
Not been invited, yeah. You're
I'm
more
all gibbs of myself.
on a schedule.
Yeah. But then, to be fair, whenever someone says to me behind the scenes, who do you think, what do you think would happen if this happened? I go, I don't know. I'll tell you when it happens. What are your hot takes, Carl? I don't know. I agree with the takes. The takes tend to be quite correct. Like that's the thing. My biggest fear in the RLCS is, for regular watchers will know that occasionally we do a thing where it's like, who is the mystery caster or RLCS talent who's come up with these 3 hot takes? I've been asked to do that twice, and I hate it.
Because I've never been asked.
Have you never been?
But
you're a hot taker of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I could do a hot cross take. Like, I think that'd be lovely. I'd enjoy it. I'd put out a couple of like silly ones, like to maybe lure you. But do you really think it though? Yeah, I'm happy saying that. I think for the sake of the game, I'm happy saying that.
Yeah, exactly. But then I tend to just go with, I guess, because I see myself as more of the one who pulls all the opinions together to make a video, as opposed to the one who's there on the camera going, "Let me tell you why Justin is still the best player." And I'll watch that when it happens. And if he is, most people will probably think he is because they've seen it. So anyway,
and yet you've got this job. So this podcast, go on.
So we thought it would be nice to chat with your large Oscars and with your metronomes and with your machines and actually talk about them. Like, that's what you want to do, isn't it, Stumpy? Actually get to know these individuals.
I think everyone knows that Appjack loves to do a flip reset. You can tell that. He really enjoys it. It's one of his favourite things to do, I'm sure. But what I want to know is he a mushy peas person? Would he rather have a chicken and leek pie or a steak and ale pie? Like, that's very food related for some reason for me, but that's the general sentiment. Like, I think I find that a lot more interesting, learning about the players individually. Again, as us as talent, it's nice to then be able to draw their storylines. As an example of this is before during the major, we were filming content for Blast, and we filmed a video with Moxie. And we got to hang out with him for like half a day, like filming stuff.
So funny.
You would have seen this piece of content. It was Moxie doing everything alone. And he was so good. Check it out on the RLE Sports socials. It was like the next highest clip viewed at the entire event, only behind Carmine Corp winning. It was otherwise the next highest viewed video, and it's one that me and Cole wrote. We scripted it, we directed it. Again, huge shout out to the camera people there too, and also to Moxie. But then those things, like the personal things he was telling us, like nothing like crazy, just like, having a chat with a mate essentially. It made me really root for him during the 1v1, because then he goes 3-up, and I'm like, this is amazing, I love this. And then Jan starts to come back, and I'm actively nervous for him. And I think it adds a lot more jeopardy almost when you've got a personal like towards a player of, I really like Rettles, for example, because he has gone through this, and I myself have gone through something very similar. I now relate to him a lot more. So we kind of want to try and fill in that gap a little bit. Like, people watch obviously Jack and Rettles videos, but also fucking Drali, what's his favourite car? Like, in real life, like, is he able to, what does he do with his mates on a weekend? Bits like that, just like hanging out and seeing what people are about.
Yeah, does Nas wear 2 pairs of socks when it's a bit chilly? Let's find out.
Maybe, or no pairs of socks, but then enjoys having the cold floor and warm legs.
Oh, God, what a freak.
Oh. Are you wearing socks currently?
I am, I'm socking up. Do you want to see?
I'd love to. Do you want to see my socks?
Yeah, let's do a sock chat. They're a bit.
Your heel is well out of the way.
Rolled. There you go. That's better. Okay. Look at them.
No socks. No socks.
You've got weird toes. Show everyone your weird arched.
Oh, look, I can't bend these 2 toes, so I kind of do like a piece with my toes.
Is that what you do to be comfortable? So that's like my leg thing, where I wrap my legs around.
No, that's not comfortable. No, I've now got toe cramp.
Oh, okay. Do you have any weird comfortable things you do? I wonder if I can show my weird comfortable thing, because I've tried showing this on stream before.
I hate it.
I'm going to try and show it now. Where basically,
right,
audio
listeners in shambles.
Like this. Lots of people. This is so awkward. Cross their legs, right?
It's really horrifying.
But I wrap my other leg round the first one like that. I can't do it high, but when I'm like under the desk, it's really comfy for me. That's my really weird thing that I do.
Audio listeners, stay audio, because that's just not worth it.
No, it is
not worth it to look at the video on YouTube.
All right, if you do this as well, let me know in the comments. There must be someone else out there. Yeah, double wrapper. So your right leg goes to the left of the, goes over the top. I'm gonna
try and do it.
Then back again.
Good God.
I do it without even realising. I'm just there. I'm just chilling.
I can't even do it.
It's a weird thing that I do. So yeah, these will be some good. Horrible. These will be some good conversation starters for. Bryce, what's a weird thing that you find comfortable that nobody else does? Some other conversation starters we can maybe quickly.
Am I allowed to have a think?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. If you got one in mind.
No, that's why I'm gonna have a think.
Okay. Do you want to have an active think?
An active think, yeah. Silence, please. No, what the fuck was that glug? That was like a perfect, like, Foley glug. That was not edited in. That was Cool Cole glugging his milky liquid into his mouth. And quite horrifyingly. Any comfy things that I do? I mean, actually,
go on.
Sock related, foot related, whatever. If I'm wearing like sports socks, like ankle socks, I will rarely have them on the entire way.
Oh, you don't roll them halfway down.
Of an evening, I have them probably half on each foot.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, probably ankle socks in here. I don't think I do. No, yeah, I'll have them like, not even like consciously. I just end up with both of my socks normally halfway on each foot.
Oh, you're a sock roller.
I'm a sock roller.
Any other sock rollers in chat? Let us know.
That you have previously hated?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of sock rolling.
You've got experience.
I'm not. I just hate it when it happens. When I wake up in bed and like, it's normally I'll take my socks off, but sometimes I'll fall asleep with them on. And then if one's halfway up, it's like, oh my god, it's got to be all on or all off. And then you take one off. Sometimes. You know, in a winter.
No, of a winter. Do you know what I'm doing?
Ooh, what are you doing of a winter? Prowling and prowling the streets under cover of darkness.
But I have been told not to. No, I am all weather, all times of the year, unless I'm ill, Billy Bollock naked.
Really?
Just at any point in the year, if it's freezing cold, I will very, very reluctantly maybe wear like a pair of boxers. Wow. But I am otherwise
keep you warm.
Completely naked. That'll keep the warm and tendies.
You know,
warm.
it's lucky that you weren't the first person who was going to go up Everest and be like, right, guys, I've climbed Everest, but there is one secret that I've got.
Time for
bed. Mountaineers hate him thanks to this one easy trick.
Do you have like Wallace and Gromit PJs? Are you like, you know, proper like with your little collar on and
I
stuff?
Box. I box it up.
You're full box mode. Box and socks. You go box and socks.
I guess I do, my friend.
That's fucked up.
Okay, so yeah, these are conversation starters we can start with pros. Some other conversation starters, we whiz through these. Do you want to do all of them at once for you and then all for me, or one each for each? If you see what I mean?
Let's just quick fire them.
Okay.
So we did say, and I'm saying this very what's the term? In not in jest, but sort of like non-offensively, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. Cole said, this is quite autistic of us, when we then looked at this, which I think I agree with, because, you know, this is a good thing for autistic people who aren't super into conversation to be able to converse. So this is that section of the podcast, which I want to bring back as a weekly feature. Cole, would you like to take us away with the first question?
Stumpy, tell me about yourself. It's not a fucking question,
That's
is it?
so vague.
It's a phrase. But go on, tell me about yourself.
I'm a tall Rocket League caster that has moved house. Oh, can I quickly say where I've moved house? Why I've moved house?
Yeah.
Is that allowed as part of Tell Me About Yourself?
Sure. Very briefly, because this is quick fire.
Recently,
so
question.
Nice quick
I've
fire.
moved. People will notice, brand new place. I live with my fiance now. Oh, and I'm engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's that too. So engaged, now live in a house with her, and I live up near Liverpool. So I've moved like 3 hours away. So happy days.
That is about yourself, that you live in Liverpool.
There you go.
And that also covers, have you done anything exciting lately? And what made you smile? All those things are as such.
Being engaged hasn't made me smile today.
Hey, Stumpy, you're engaged. Yeah, that, for audio listeners, he is beaming.
Yeah, didn't quite work it through.
Tell me about me. 31, love my Rocket League at the moment, love my sport, play a lot of football. I'm 31.
Okay.
Have you done anything exciting lately?
Didn't you turn 30 in Fort Worth? I'm 31. 32.
I'm 31.
It's been 2 years, though.
No, I was 29 in Fort Worth. I promise I'm 31. I really hope I'm 31. I was born 6th of August 1993. Can someone work it out for me, please?
I really hope I'm 30.
That would be so sad. Oh my god, if you stole a year
Like
from
you've
me.
lost a year, a COVID year.
Oh.
Cole, have you done anything exciting lately?
Been helping my partner Linnea and her dad build a shed. It's almost there.
You've got a more exciting thing. Football.
Scored a goal in my football, I did.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been playing 11, so I've done a lot of 6-a-side over the last couple of years, and I joined an 11-a-side team. And I've scored goals for a different 11-a-side team, but I scored a first goal for this one. It was a good goal, and everyone went, whoa, and then I got an assist 2 minutes later.
It was a volley, top bins.
And I got, not quite top bins, more of a roll, but it went in. And I got voted man of the match.
Huge.
How about you? Have you done anything exciting lately?
Done anything exciting? Christ. Maybe exciting. I went to an intimate Mumford & Sons gig, and that was like one of the best gigs I've ever been to.
That cool.
Was quite exciting. It was like really like nice and good.
I feel like, you know, in Netflix when it shows you a show and it has the 3-word summary. Do you know what I mean? It would be sci-fi, dystopian, sad, or like exciting, thrilling, crime or whatever. I feel like if there was one of those for a Mumford & Sons gig, exciting isn't one of the words
gig
that would come up.
No, I don't know, because Marcus Mumford, when he breaks it down with the banjo, he's probably going ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, and he's like stamping away. It's fucking sick. It's so fucking good.
Super quick fire. What made you smile today?
I went on a run in the rain, and I was happy that I went on that run and I was smiling.
Legend. The glug for the fuel earlier, that made me smile. How did you meet the host?
Nice. Through Rocket League.
Ask me.
How did you meet the host?
Through Rocket League.
God, is that how I talk? What's your favourite form of social media?
I think Twitter for me. I hate it, but I love it. Do you know what I mean? I just love what it is, but it's annoying that it is what it is, but I do still love it.
Fair. Blue Sky.
Yeah, right.
No, mine's probably, regrettably, again, hate what it is, but I love it. TikTok.
Really?
I know, rogue as fuck.
Wow.
It's annoyingly.
I didn't know you liked it.
Brain rot as fuck, but I really do enjoy my time on that.
Fair play. We can ask these Rocket League kids who use TikTok, and they'll be like, "No, I don't. All my mates do."
No,
that's interesting.
They still use Snapchat. Do you remember?
That is weird that they used to. It died and then came back in a big way at SubPar, but in HD.
It's so strange. Yeah, true. I remember someone at school in like year 11, so 2011, so 14 years ago-ish. Someone said, "Oh, there's this new app, Snapchat." And they told me about it, and they said that the messages like delete after you've sent them, or like when you leave the conversation, it's gone. Pictures are only there for like the 10 seconds. Well, no, you didn't even have chats previously; it was just the pictures. So the picture deletes itself after 10 seconds. And I remember being like, "That's fucking stupid. That will never take off." And I've been a fool for 14 years. Cole, what's the last good book that you read? You actually read, so
I do. I'm reading through The Expanse at the moment. I'm on book 5, and I'm absolutely loving The Expanse. So that is my one. All the Expanses.
Well, the last book I read was...
Is that Peter Crouch's autobiography?
No, it's not, no.
It's like Jason Mumford.
The last book I actually read, Jason Mumford.
Whatever his name is, Mumford & Sons.
Marcus
Mumford.
No, the last book I actually read was at university. It was 1984, and it took me 3 years.
You went to university in 1984?
Very good. I was given, in this book that I requested, David Attenborough.
Which one's he?
Adventures of a Young Naturalist, the Zoo Quest Expeditions, which is like his like life story, autobiography type thing, but like all about his like animal stuff. And I need to give it a read, but I'm saving it for like nice weather to read it.
I'll tell you what, you can give us a summary on the Poddy C in the future. You say, I've read one chapter. Okay, great. What happened in this chapter?
Summary?
No, of each bit that you read, but very quick summary.
There can be few creatures more improbable than the sloth, which spends its life in a permanent state
focusing
of
around the sloth?
slow motion, hanging upside down in the tall forest trees. Few more bizarre than the giant anteater of the savannas, with its absurdly disproportionate anatomy, its tail enlarged into a shaggy banner, and its jaws elongated into a curved and toothless tube.
That's the summary. Lovely. There you go.
That's the summary of this book somehow.
Final one. Have you been on any interesting trips lately?
Went to a wedding this week just gone for one of my best mates. So
you had some trips?
I did. I had some trips. If anybody knows, it was at Kilworth House in Leicestershire. I think it was Leicestershire.
Lovely.
So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, cool.
What about you?
Birmingham, I guess.
You don't really go on trips.
No, I prefer to not. It's just that
I work. No, Carl. That's what you're thinking, though. You would prefer to not.
Yeah, but if Linnea's listening, she'll tell me off if I say that. But yeah, it's not. I don't have a deep, incessant passion to see India or Kazakhstan or whatever. They're there, and that's good for them.
The two main holiday destinations.
But if there's work that comes in Kazakhstan, I'll be like, I'm going to Kazakhstan. The Simpsons are going to Kazakhstan, is what I'll say.
Woohoo!
So you go, Birmingham.
But Birmingham, fair enough.
It's beautiful. We're also going to be playing some games with these pros. I had a quick look at some silly games. And AI overview on Google suggested some crazy ones, such as, what are you doing?
I'm on a fucking podcast. What do you think I'm doing?
Names in a hat.
John.
What's the next one?
Tony.
There you go, the fun never ends. Snowball?
Snowball.
That's a sex thing.
I think that is. And for any viewers who might not know what this is, any young viewers, anybody below the age of 16, because that's what it is in the UK, I'll go with. What do you mean? Why are you giving me a weird look at that?
It's weird that you've said an age and separate. Just go. Just say what you're going to say.
Okay. As far as I know, snowballing is where a male copulates with a female and ejaculates within her vagina, and he then felches it out. Sorry, somebody felches it out of her, and they then kiss. Two girls kiss with cum.
I mean, you've added some extra steps. Don't Google it. You've added some extra steps. It is just about an ejaculation into a mouth, and then the mouth kisses the original ejaculator.
You know what? Also, very, very fair that you have not specified genders here.
I know,
because
mate,
men can come in men.
Here at SubPar.
Here at SubPar, if you're a man and you want to come in a man, feel free.
And then final game, scavenger hunt. What could that be?
Not great on a podcast.
Yeah, see ya. I'm off to go find a token.
It's like, okay, and then they're just gone from it. They come and go, I've got it.
That would be funny. Great. A podcast where we do a scavenger hunt and we just leave the podcast room.
But it's a stationary podcast setup. So
yes, exactly.
Just leaves the room.
And we just come back 45 minutes later. I bet that would go TikTok viral. We come back
knackered with like branches in our hair. And we're like, whoa, that was good. Anyway, join us for next week's episode.
There you go. So yeah, that's why we are sort of bringing back the Poddy C. If anyone's got any questions, can they ask us?
Yeah. Ask us anything that you guys would like for pros as well. Keep an eye on all of our socials. SubPar, but in HD, basically across the board. On TikTok, we are subpar.studios, just to make it really awkward. We want to kind of rebrand SubPar Studios generally, I think.
I think SubPar Studios is the stuff that we make for companies. That's the name we go. I mean, I'm not particularly married to either one, but as far as I know, if we are going to your esports World Cups and saying, hey, you should use our videos, we're SubPar Studios. But if it's Cole and Stumpy abusing each other, going, oh, Stumpy's a knobhead, isn't he? No, Cole's ugly ninja, ha ha ha. That's SubPar in HD, I think.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. But yeah, keep an eye out everywhere, and you can ask pros various questions. Cole, I have got. Oh, do you want to cover the esports is bad lol one? Because esports is good lol, but it's just a little bit of an economic downturn.
That's fair. There's been a little bit of an economic downturn, and you can never be sure. Like, we don't know if we're going to be
I reckon more tariffs if we could.
More tariffs, that's going to be helpful. We don't know if we're going to be brought back to the RCS next season. Hopefully we are. I feel like we do a good job, but you never bloody know, as we've seen. So we want to be as self-sufficient as possible, you know, with streaming and with YouTube and with a podcast. Because the beautiful irony is that when you have those things, you're more likely to be asked back to the other things rather than focusing on the other things. It's the crazy dichotomy. I always forget this. Is it dichotomy?
Dichotomy is a word.
I think it's dichotomy. It's the dichotomy of esports. The more you focus on your own stuff, the more likely you are to be invited to do other stuff. Right? So yeah, we're trying to be self-sufficient. So if you are listening to this and enjoying it, like it, comment, share it, all that shit, it does us a massive favour.
Yeah, massive favour. And also, we just really like doing it. It's also just very, very fun.
We do. I've missed this. Because I know this is one that... Because obviously you didn't stream for a little while, which I totally understand, because we were focusing for many years on the other stuff.
Lots of other stuff. Is this also, one... yeah, I think... I was going to say quickly, it was also... I think there's... As I have got older, ultimately, I know we've discussed this privately as well. As we've got older, I have definitely focused more on life things. I think in the last, since 20... God, what would it have been, 16 through 20. That was about the growth of SubPar. It was about the growth, through my 20s.
Full time.
Going full time. They're working on RLCS post 2020, but otherwise sort of on the grind, doing Gfinities, doing ballistic sprawls and stuff like that.
I miss that. I'd love a ballistic sprawl.
I drove to your house for 50 quid an evening. Unbelievable. Wouldn't fucking look you in the eyes for 50 quid nowadays.
You'd snowball me though.
Yeah, I'd snowball with you. That's going to happen as part of a Patreon goal. So yeah, I think as I've got older, I've definitely looked more towards life things. I now live a much happier life than I was living 4 years ago, for example. I'm infinitely more happy, infinitely less anxious, for example.
Good.
And all those types of things. I spoke about this also on streams and stuff, where obviously it's a lot more longer form. But I think, yeah, there's definitely that kind of the angling of wanting to live my life as much as I can. I live, as I said, now near Liverpool, and so I've got more things to do. I've got new friends up here as well. I've got all my old friends back down south as well. So sort of trying to fit in life things, as well as then doing esports things, and trying to find that balance. Because, Cole, I know that me and you, oh boy, we have had many a burnout in our time.
Yes, we do definitely see things differently. I mean, my dream is to be old and rich and lonely. I cannot wait. You know, that is like, you know, you see it on TV and you go like, oh, if only I'd spend my youth having babies and hanging out with my pals. I think, oh, you've succeeded, you've done it, you've got the manch. Die.
No, but they want the pals. How do you not learn from that? How are you looking at him and going, actually, mate, you are right. You did the correct thing, even though he's saying, fucking didn't. I did all the wrong thing.
Let me make my mistakes. You know what I mean? If I end up dying alone, then what are you going to do? I don't want to die alone. I love my partner very much, etc. But
you were scared earlier about saying that you didn't want to go away earlier. Now you're saying, I want to be single and dead. So...
I didn't say single, I said lonely. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Loveless.
exactly. Yeah,
okay,
loveless, exactly. She's divorced me and taken the kids. And
so
I
you
think,
are alone?
Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah, I suppose so,
I've got a dog. You know, I'm Ricky Gervais in what's it called, but a bit less wanky. And not every interaction I have is written by myself to make myself look good in every interaction.
And good.
And there's no foil. You know, there's no Mitchell Webb. It's Ricky Gervais. Anyway,
Correct.
We've had this rant on a podcast past, haven't we? It's just not a good show, people after life. And every day he reads, I still, like, part of me still likes Ricky because of the past. But like every day he retweets.
Hey Cole, we've been here. People know. People know. People know our opinions.
But then he's going to end up
be dead and alone
and lonely.
With a dog?
So, yeah, he's my future.
It's kind of the dream.
Nah, it's not really my future.
Yeah, and I want basically the opposite. But I think it's also just about like, and maybe I'm using being older as an excuse, because maybe it's just like for me, I'm kind of thinking of obviously not everyone's going to be working the exact same way. I am definitely more of the opinion that I am enjoying being able to go out and do things more socially. I used to live in like a little village, and I wasn't really near too many friends.
Oh, that's
and I was quite alone. No, I did feel quite lonely. And I think in my head, at the time, I fucking loved that. I was like, oh my God, this is great. I love being insular. I like that I don't see anybody and whatever else. And I enjoyed that for a bit. And then ultimately, when I ended up meeting my now fiance, and we were then doing things, I was like, "Oh, this is way better. This is fucking great, actually." So yeah, different priorities, different people. I'm not saying that's the right way to think about it. Your way is not the right way or the wrong way, whatever else. It's just different things. But this is a nice balance.
Yeah, no, I think
guys and do everything.
The main difference between you and me is if you imagine the live to work to live scaleometer, I'd be sort of 6.5 to 7 out of 10 towards live to work, and you'd probably be 2 to 3 towards work. Neither of us are like the exact extremes. I'm not like 5 a.m. I'm getting up going for a run. I'm not that psycho about it.
We're the same amount different from 5.
I think so.
Like at 6, 7, and then 2, 3.
I think that works out well. But yeah, we work out how to do it. It's also another reason why we're focusing on podcasts on YouTube as well, because Twitch, I love it, but it is an active bastard. I've said it before on streams. You go offline, it's like, fuck you, why aren't you working? You're losing money, you're losing subs. Oh, your sub count's dropped. Oh, you're fucking going out tonight, are you? But tonight there's TwitchCon going on in Venezuela. You better co-host that, you prick.
Yeah, we were basically away for the major and we lost half of our subs, which is so mean.
That is mean.
So cruel. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, just trying to do a few more things around, and then ultimately things that we super enjoy, such as podcasts, such as streaming, such as doing YouTubey bits, and also just spreading our seed across the internet as well as we can.
Christmas joy,
and snowballing. Coco, that's a weird place to listen from.
Where is? Go on, tell me. I dare you.
Yeah, it is, to be fair.
Oh, so I genuinely forgot that. I was trying to be clever.
You're a piece of shit.
I'll say it again. Cue me up, daddy.
Cool. That's a weird place to listen from.
Yeah, that probably is wherever it is, to be fair.
Now, this place, if people don't know, or rather if they don't know the game, is that I find a place from where at least one viewer has listened to the previous episode from. A lot of them, normally, it's like London, UK, New York, US, whatever, right? It's like big cities. I scroll way the fuck down. I go right down in this list. I find some strange places, and then I Google about them, and then basically shine a spotlight on the weird little fucking places that you nerds live, right? So this first one, I've blacked it out as part of the doc. It's called Naples. Carl, I would like you to guess where Naples is. You don't get a point for this, but I'd love for you to guess where Naples is and talk me through your thought process.
Is Naples next to Staples?
Naples is not next to Staples.
Is it in Italy, Stumpy? I feel like you want me to say.
It is not in Italy, I want you to say. It's actually in
Shall I
Florida.
Oh, okay. Naples, Florida.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
Naples,
you can do it
Florida.
nice.
Yep. So this is I'll give you the little rundown of it. So Naples is a city on the Gulf of Mexico in southwest Florida that is known for high-end shopping and golf courses. That was copied from Google.
Nice. I like that it's on the Gulf and it plays its golf. That's great.
I should adjust that.
You
Gulf
should,
of
yeah.
America.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Naples is a city on the Gulf of America.
Oh God, you
How
are
sweaty I am.
Pit boy. Fucking Pitbull over
Pit
here.
boy. Yeah, there you go. So Naples is a city on the Gulf of America. It's southwest Florida. So I'm gonna give you 2 lies.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a truth, and you, my friend, need to find the truth
About this place.
About this place. If you are from Naples, Florida, by the way, and you may well be, I think it's like 2 or 3 viewers from here that listened 2 years ago, please comment. Please say, what the fuck, that's my place. Because some people have previously taken a little video where they've been like in this weird bump-up place in Germany and been like, but look, I'm just around the corner. And we're like, wow, that's crazy. That must have been you.
And if there are 2 or 3 of you, meet up.
Oh, meet up and snowball.
Yeah, and don't tell any friends where you are. Just arrange to meet up.
Leave your phone at home.
Yes. Yeah.
Snowball a
Don't be
stranger in a
trapped.
Target parking lot. How does that sound?
Let's
Cole,
hear.
the first one,
Yep.
the first fact, wink,
See
wink,
some red underlines already.
is, thank you, the pier off the coast of the city was first erected in 1888 and is 888 feet long.
And just as a reminder to everyone at home, Stumpy can't just check. He can't. It's like not like, oh, it was actually 1889. It's like it's a brand new thing he's made up of one of these. So sorry, it's one truth. Okay, so 2 brand new things. I think back in the day.
This is
it was
also
a
why
lie.
I've written this bit here.
Yeah.
Because I will forget the name of the game otherwise, because that happens frequently. So
find the
one
truth.
of these
Okay,
is
okay.
true. So this whole sentence, the pier off the coast of the city was first erected in 1888 and it's 888 feet long. Quite have to decide whether that is true or whether that is false. The next one is swamp buggy racing,
No way.
where tube-shaped vehicles with saw-like wheels race across a swamp, was founded here.
Oh, that's the one with like the big fan behind it, right? Is it that one? There's like
I
fan.
don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Maybe, but they've got big old saw-like wheels. Right?
Okay.
Okay, and the last one is Naples was named after Masaniello.
Oh, bugger off.
Masaniello, Naples, an explorer from Italy in the 17th century, not the city in Italy.
Okay, my first thought is my BS alarm is ringing for that one. It is they love naming things
What's wrong
after.
with Massiano Naples?
One, screw that guy. I'm a Massiano Naples hater. Can't even say
I
his
don't know
name.
how to say this.
Yeah, exactly.
Masaniello.
Massiano. It might be Massaniello or something like that.
I think Yale is Spanish.
Say boom boom boom.
Don't do this. I knew you were
Boom
gonna
boom
do that.
boom. Massaneo.
And here's a Massaneo.
Neo. I think that one is full of shit. I think that one's a lie. I think that America loves copying place names. So that's my first lie lock-in. Now, did we used to do it where you tell me if that was wrong or right so far?
Yeah, so you were
With
able
Monty
to
Hall
Monty
it.
Hall
We used to
this.
Monty Hall it, didn't we?
Every time we got Monty Hall incorrect. So I am going to. Well, no, you need to tell me what also you think is the truth.
Not if we're going to Monty Hall it. Do you want to Monty Hall it?
Do we do it after I've done this?
Yes. So if we were to Monty Hall it, you would tell me that I'm obviously right because that one's clearly a lie. No, shit. I would.
It's wrong.
Yeah, I would say the one I think is the truth, and then you would knock out one lie, maybe this one.
No, that's
and then
wrong
you'd
too.
offer for me to swap. That's Monty Hall.
That's
That's
not Monty
Monty
Hall.
Hall.
No. I need to get rid of. You say which one you want to knock out, and I then either confirm or deny it.
I say the one that I think is right. Right, let's multi-haul it my
straight
way.
up?
Let's multi-haul it my way.
All right, okay.
Okay, so I think that the one that is right, go with me here, I like the numbers one. I think the pier off the coast of the city was first erected in 1888 and its entrance. That's too obscure for you to have come up with those eights. So I think that's the truth. And then, to multi-haul it, you knock out a lie and ask if I want to swap. And I say yes, increasing my odds.
Okay,
so actually what I think it is Swamp Buggy Racing.
Yeah, wait. So do you want to lock in your actual truth?
This is my truth. Pre-Monty Hall, the pier off the coast of the city was first erected is my truth.
Are you going to... Wait, so no, but we need to do the whole Monty Hall to see if it works.
Exactly. So you then say...
Right, okay, gotcha. Okay,
you then say, I can tell you that one lie is...
Yeah, okay, all right. So, therefore, point number 3 is a lie.
Okay, come on,
it was named after the city Naples.
So, scratch that one out.
Go. Okay, so that one was a lie, in fact.
And then you asked me if I want to swap. And I say yes.
So... Wait, so which one did you previously lock in as your truth?
This 888 feet, I think, is the true.
Wait, but which one? Because you said that you do think that this is correct.
Yeah, I do.
So
but
you wouldn't switch?
No, but I will because of Monty Hall. Just ask me if I want to swap. If I now swap, my odds go up because of maths.
No, but I want you to. I want you to just. I don't know. Just game it. I want you to actually say what you think is the correct one.
But we're not Monty Halling then, are we? In that case, the pier I think is true.
Wait, hang on. So, okay, we know the theory of Monty Hall.
Yes.
Okay. Which one do you genuinely now think is correct?
The pier off the coast of the city was first erected in 1888 and is 888 feet long. I think it's too random for you to have come up with.
Okay. I am now going to tell you the other lie.
Okay.
Okay. The other lie, fuck me. The other lie is... The pier off the coast of the city, Monty Hall, was first erected in 1888.
We've proved the theorem.
And it's 888 feet
Somewhere,
long.
Monty Hall is spinning in his grave.
Yeah, that one, my friend, probably. That was incorrect. And actually, I want to put in a picture of Swamp Buggy Racing, by the way, because the cars are fucking mental. They are insane, and I don't quite know how this is... Oh, I do, it's America. But, like... Look at that. I've whacked it in the dark.
Whoa!
Look at that. Look at the man in the front. It's so
there's a little fella in there. I didn't even see the little fella in there.
Yeah, look, he's at the front. It's insane. How is that a thing? There's also this like super American looking one. Again, audio listeners are in shambles right now.
They can Google it themselves. Even if you're in your car, just Google it.
Go and have a little scroll. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
That's the most American one. That race is in the Gulf of America.
He's having a great time.
He is indeed. But yeah, there you go. There's also a game called Swamp Buggy Racing that was from, it was on PC in like 2000 or something. Oh, it was so 2000. Cool. What a world. Huh. Yeah.
Tyler. 300 Tyler.
Let's fucking go 300 Tyler. There you go. That is a weird place to listen from, don't you think?
It really was. It really was Naples, Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're from Naples, Florida, not Italy, I don't give a shitily if you're from Italy, you gotta make sure that you let us know in the comments or whatever it is. God, otherwise, that's the end of episode 72 of the SubPar Poddy C. That's fun, isn't it? That's good.
It was. Are we calling it season 3?
I think we've got to call it season 3 now. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, got to go with season 3. It gives us an excuse to be shit.
With breaks. Exactly.
Is that fair?
Now imagine all that fun with Daniel alongside us.
Oh, Big Dan. Oh, we get to ask him conversation starters such as, do you listen to any podcasts?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. How did you meet the host?
Play Rocket League.
The first time I met Daniel, I thought I was going to kill him. Have I told you this?
Do you want to tell me next episode? That can be the story you tell us next episode.
We're going to forget, and I'm excited for it. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. If you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple, whatever it is, please make sure that you rate it. Give it 5 stars on YouTube.
Bloody hell.
Because it is super...
Okay, 2009 called. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little throwback. Yeah, please make sure that you just give it a little rating, a little comment. We super appreciate it. It helps us bump up the rankings. You know how it all fucking works. You've listened to a podcast before, probably. You know, interaction is good, whatever it is. So please help us out. That'd be awesome of you. And yeah, if you're from Naples, Florida, let us know. Otherwise, cool. We will see everybody next time in like a week.
Yeah, with a guest. Let's get a guest.
All right. Bye, team. Love you. Bye.